Do you have sciatica? Then this video is for you. I will show you a couple of exercises. A very famous one is the pull-up. And the pull-up is an exercise which has many benefits, but many people don't take full advantage of it. So what is very important? Important is to have the right stretching and also the traction when you're doing the pull-up when you have sciatica. But it's also good for other purposes. So what many people are doing when they do the pull-up is that they just pull here, so they don't make the full movement. And then they are often spending a lot of time with stretching, which is sort of a massive wastage of time. So what's important here? So when you do the exercise, you try to go into the full ROM, meaning range of motion. So it means you really go into the dead hang and you stay in this dead hang. That's also important to have the full extension plus the stretch. So if you do so, then you also build up more muscles because you go through the entire range of motion. That's something I have seen a lot in the gyms, what people are doing wrong or at least not in the best way. Why waste time with stretching if you can combine it within the exercise for the power increase? That's not useful. So when you have sciatica, you also need to practice with the pull-up. According to my experience, that's a very great exercise which will give you very fast results. But you really have to do it in a way that your problem is targeted in the perfect way. So sciatica has a couple of causes. So it can come because of disc bulges, it can come because of a facet joint problem, it can come more from your buttock region, mostly the piriformis muscle is making problems. It can be a combination of that, or it can also have other problems which are non-mechanical. But we don't deal now with these rather rare cases, but we deal with what is the most common one. Most people have the disc bulge problem, and they get the problems especially when they do the flexion of the spine. This you can quickly test. I will demonstrate to you. So when you're sitting and then you go into more flexion of the lumbar spine, and if your pain is then increasing, then you know that the problem is most probably more related to the disc bulging. So then it's also very simple what we need to do. We need to get out of that. So we push our arms into the bench or a table or something equivalent. So in this way, you already feel that your spine gets into the traction. At the same time, you activate also very relevant back muscles and shoulder muscles and also a little bit the arm muscles. That's a positive side effect. So, and then you slowly move more into the extension of the spine and you put more weight on your arms. So this should give you a release. So then you lean back also a bit and you breathe slowly. That's a super simple exercise which you can practice in many places and will give you quick benefits. If you want to progress with this exercise, no problem. Then we just move forward a bit. And now You don't want to hang like this. This is now very important. So you want to be in the extension of the lower spine, and also you want to pull back your shoulder blades and really get into the extension. So you get a very good body position and you feel a stretch, a release in your lower back. So you must learn to move it a bit. It's often very tense, and it's also often then a problem with the fear, because the pain easily makes you have fear to move, and this we have to release. So try to be not very static, but you slowly go into it, so you find a position where you feel, oh yeah, this is the part I really have to address here. And then you make some light movements. Perhaps you even close your eyes a bit so you feel really clearly. And once you have that sweet spot, then you try to release your tension even more, but you don't hang. That's important. Don't do it like this. That's completely wrong. So you have to focus on having a very straight position, but at the same time, you want to release your lower back. So that means you have quite some tension in your upper back, also a bit in your neck region, but that's it. I'm sure this exercise will help you a lot if your problem is related to disc bulging causing sciatica.